Welcome Rockstars to more Crazy Craft. So today's gonna be a pretty crazy but simplistic day overall. We are gonna finish up some more armors. We spend a lot of time working on armors, but there's a crap ton of armor sets to craft and we're only scratching the surface. Mainly superheroes are what's holding us back, but I don't want to focus on them too much. We have only one of the Transformer sets of I think 4 or 5 of them. We have Skystrike, and there is Skystrike, there is Subwoofle, Verp, and Hard. Ooh, there's Cloud Trap too, isn't there? Yeah, and Cloud Trap. So 1, 2, 3, 4 other Transformers that we still haven't bothered to craft. So that is our goal for today. So first, we need to check if we have enough Transformium, because we're gonna need Transformium just for the 3 Transformium molds for each set of armors. Plus, we need to craft each of their weapons so we have our full weapon collection. So we still need Skystrike's Energon Crossbow, the Sword, Verp's Sniper, Subwoofle's Bass Blaster, that's a weird name, and the Flamethrower. So let's see, do we have Transformium anywhere? Ooh, actually, we have a lot of Transformium. Holy crap. And some Energon. I know we're gonna need that. Luckily, we have our red matter furnaces, which will smelt all this up in a jiffy. All right, now that we have all this Transformium, we can go ahead and make the 4 sets of armor outlines that we need. So the 4 face masks, the 4 pantaloons, helmet and chest places are up next. And that should be all of the outlines. Oh, I accidentally made 2 Transformium helmet sets instead of boots. Oh, I'm an idiot. So I have 8 of those when I don't need them. That's gonna, well, there goes most of our Transformium. I hope we don't need too much after that. I guess let's start with Skystrike's Energon Crossbow, because we already have his armor. So we need an Energon Crystal and Crystal Piece. So we have a bunch of crystals. Luckily, we just break those, and those give us crystal pieces. So now, I think we have everything for the crossbow. Wait, what are we missing? Oh, we need iron. And boom, the Skystrike Energon Crossbow is finished. Beautiful. So we have 1 weapon done. How easy to craft all the weapons? Can we just do that real quick? That might be the easiest way. What are we missing? We need tracks, which we need leather for. Okay, we craft the tracks here. There we go. Actually, we're gonna craft a couple of these because I feel like we're gonna need them for the actual armor itself. Then we can craft the sword, Purge's katana. All right, Verp Sniper. Oh, we need lime glass. Do we have lime anything? I think we do. All right, we have lime dye, which is good. Surround glass in the dye. That gives us our lime stained glass. That should give us the ability to make Verp Sniper Rifle. Okay, that is 3 weapons done. We've got 2 left to go. The Bass Blaster, which we need an iron block for. Pretty simple weapons. Can't complain. I'm not going to complain about them being simple to make. And then I need another iron block for this bad boy. And there is Cloud Trap's Flamethrower. Okay, so all of the weapons are now made, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's a bonus. So I guess let's just go down the line, starting with Purge. So we need gold and ink sacks. Okay, we should have everything to craft Purge's head. Sweet. Okay, so what's next? We need 2 tracks plus turret and rose red. So a turret we can actually craft. Okay, to take the turret, we can make that with iron and ink sacks. Craft that bad boy. So now we should have everything to craft. What are we missing to craft the chest plate? We have 2. Oh, rose red. Get our colorful dye, and there is poor page Purge's torso. Next up, the legs. We need more red dye. What about the last one? Okay, so we need lots of red dye. There we go. His leggings. Beautiful. And to finish ourselves up, his feet. Oh no, why can't I craft his feet? There we go. Purge's feet lunis. Perfect. That is another Transformer in the books finished. And I'm completely out of inventory space, which we'll store it away in here for now, and then we can worry about everything else later. Because I'm gonna have to make the specific stands from the Transformer mod like we have the one for Skystrike. Otherwise, it causes lots of issues. Okay, so after Purge is Verp. So we need lime. Great. I don't want to deal with. We need light gray dye, lime glass. Okay, we should have most of what we need to make Verp at this point. I need to make some glass panes for this so we can make the helmet. So we've got Verp's head. Next up is his chest piece or his torso. Great. So we need 2 wheels. Luckily, these actually have EMC, so we're gonna make more than 2 so we can just go ahead and throw this in here. I feel like wheels are gonna be very important, so we'll just grab a stack of those real quick. So now what's next? The standard engine. We should be able to make that bad boy. This has EMC. We might as well save it so we don't have to ever make it again, but I doubt I do. I mean, we have more than one car and plane and whatnot. We might have to make it again, and that should be everything. Wait, what are we missing for the torso? Oh, we're missing the actual lime dye itself. That would make sense. Put the lime dye in here, and now we have Verp's torso. Once we're done crafting all of these, we can actually actually go through their transformations and whatnot, because they are different to the other ones. So Verp's legs should be pretty easy. Up next, it's just dies, the mold, and some wheels, and then his boots are literally just nothing. Dye and his boot outline. Perfect. So there we go. So now Verp is completely finished. So that is 3 technically of all the 5 transformers done. So that just leaves Subwoofer and Cloud Trap. I believe Cloud Trap is also a plane. So now we need light blue and yellow. So we need lapis lazuli, yellow dye, and light blue stained glass. All right, well, let's get our glass panes here from the light blue, and then I don't know what else we need. Oh yeah, the yellow dye. That's everything we need for the Subwoofer Headerino. Overall, it's just lots of dyes in specific pieces. Oh, and there, Subwoofer also needed the engine, so I'm glad I did that. So engine, I don't have to make another one of those. Beautiful, we planned that out perfectly. Now we can make Subwoofer's head, or I mean his chest plate. So pants are left, and then his boots, the easiest parts. The most complicated bit is always just the chest plate. And then the helmet's a little iffy, but overall, it's usually pretty simple. And then that finishes off another transformer. All right, so let's see what's needed to craft Cloud Trap. Okay, so we need lime glass again. Luckily, we had some leftover from our other transformer, so there's Cloud Trap's face. His actual body isn't that bad. Ooh, so we need jet wings. Okay, we have just enough for those. Worried about our transformium numbers, but once we finish crafting the outline, we didn't really need any more transformium. There we go, the actual cockpit to the chest plate, and then I think that is everything. Hold on, wait, what? This is purple, not magenta. I had grabbed the wrong dye. I was wondering why I wasn't crafting, and there's our Cloud Trap torso. Next up, legs and boots. Really simple overall. And oh wait, we need some jet thrusters, so we need iron bars. So let's make some of those. Is that everything we need? The jet thruster, make 2 of those bad boys, and then that should be the last of everything we need, and the last transformer. Gorgeous. Okay, I can store a bunch of this stuff I no longer need away again. All right, so now we can check out each of these armors. So I guess let's check out Purge next. Let's go ahead and let's throw this bad boy on. Look at us. That looks pretty good overall. And let's see if I remember how to transform. Oh yeah, we're a full-fledged tank. Now, I think you can get straight up tank missile shells and fire him. Nothing crazy, but it's pretty cool overall. Sword looks really good actually with his set. Wacha. Oh my god, the sword is literally one of the backtracks. I didn't even realize that. If you put away the sword, that is weird. I don't know how that technically works. Okay, next up, Verp, I believe, is the sports car. And okay, so W to accelerate. You can also reverse by pressing A. Your speed is indicated by the lower bar in the top left corner of the screen. Off-road materials like sand, gravel, cars move slower and become harder to control. Interesting. Also, we have left control or button 5 for nitro. That's actually some pretty fast ground moving. Oh, I'm in with the termites. But that's pretty cool. Ooh, what do we look like in this form? We can't F5 from the other side when in this form, but that's sick. So we've got a tank, we've got a sports car. So what is Subwoofer? Well, I believe Cloud Trap is another jet like Skystrike is. Oh yeah, we're literally just a heavy duty truck. That is what we are. We're basically this version of Optimus Prime. Not nearly as fast as the supercar, but pretty cool. And I'm assuming he's more versatile in his technical weapon. It's weird to think these guys are really cool, but in Crazy Craft, they're basically useless because they're so weak comparison to like other armor sets or basically anything. And then we've got Cloud Trap. He looks a lot more like what's Spider-Man Homecoming's the Hawk, the Falcon, no, the Vulture. It looks a lot more vulture-y. Ooh, oh my god, we are a super jet. This is a military jet, not just a regular jet like Skystrike, and we are so much faster. Oh my god, jeez, you fly so fast. That is insane. It's nuts how fast you fly with that. And then obviously we've got each of the weapons, but the weapons don't really do much, and it's not really worth showing off. So let's sort all these guys out real quick. Actually no, first we need the armor stand for these guys. So we need a redstone lamp, iron ingots, and stone slab. Here we can make our transformer display stations. These are our bad boys. Now we can take these guys down to the all of achievements. Now, it's not really worth having their own section, so we'll just keep them at the end of the superhero line for now, since we're not using the entirety of it. But I feel like that's probably going to change after the next episode of Crazy Craft for what I have planned. So who knows? This probably won't last long. Go ahead and put Cloud Trap on there, that bad boy. Next up, we can go ahead and put Verp on there. Then we can put our boy Purge, and the weakest of them all, our Subwoofer boy, who I'm actually wearing, and the pants are still in the house. Here you go, Subwoofer. You're a pant for you. And now we can go ahead and display their weapons. So we can put Skystrike's crossbow here, Purge's sword will go here, Verp's sniper rifle here. It's upside down for some reason. So is Cloud Trap's flamethrower. That is also upside down. I'm just glad they work in the sword pedestal stands for whatever reason. All of the Transformers and all of their weapons. That is just so cool. I love when I just have armors lined up like that and their collection just looks good. Well, Rockstars, we finished up with the Transformers, but that felt a little short for an episode. That wasn't taking nearly as much time as I expected it, so we're gonna craft one more non-Transformer set of armor for the day. Nothing too fancy or too crazy. Basically, we're just gonna be crafting Green Arrow, so we can add it to our DC side of our collection overall. Now, the only problem is, do I have any? I do have clay, and I need cloth. Oh, do I need wool to make green cloth? I'm also gonna need a single feather here. That's not a big deal. I think we need a little bit of leather as well, and emeralds to finish it up. Okay, so now, how do we make cloth? Okay, so green cloth with green wool and string. I thought we were going to need both of them. There we go. We got our green cloth and our green wool now. Now, do we just make green clay by surrounding clay? No. Surrounding dye from the clay? No. How do you do that? We need to get hardened clay and surround it. Oh, so we need even a basic form, even more basic than that. Well, I do have hardened clay. Perfect. I didn't think I had any. There we go. Now we surround the clay around the actual dye, and boom, green stained clay. Perfect. So that should be everything we need. It's not super complicated, like I said before, but it's a little just annoying. So, and I also can't tell which blocks are which here, so we're gonna be guessing. So is it the wool for the helmet? No. None of them work because I'm not in the hero crafter. And it still was the cloth. So Green Arrow's mask itself. So now we take leather across here, and I'm assuming it's more cloth like this. There we go. Our chest plate. Now, I do believe his bow is straight up spawned through his abilities, and it's not something you actually craft. There we go. Clay with the cloth gives us Green Arrow's leggings, and I'm gonna guess cloth for the boots, and that's all we need. That's Robin's boots. Okay, so what do we take? The clay mixed with it? Is it mixed with the wool? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, this is where the two emeralds come in. Now we mix it with the cloth, and that gives us Green Arrow's boots. You just have that dab of precious gems in there since he's a rich fanboy, or Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, he's a richie rich. So that gives us strength to acrobatics to more resistance, more than Mickerson actually, and increased archery skill. I don't know how that technically helps in actual archery. Like, I have no idea how this literally helps you. And once again, as always, my face sticks through the entire costume. But that is another superhero to add to our books. More importantly, it's another armor set for our collection. So we can go ahead and throw this bad boy right here. And we want to get Batman soon, but we're going to need a lot more armor sets, because I think Batman takes here to the end of the wall alone with how many suits he, let alone the Bat family, has. But our collection of armors has improved significantly, and I love this. It's just so nice to look how clean the collection of everything is. I love it so much. It's my favorite part of Crazy Craft. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, so we'll make sure we make up for it in the next one. But until then, I'll see y'all next time, Rockstars. Peace, peace.